Welcome back to the PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 143.
Dude, it's winter.
It showed up today, that's for sure.
So you want to know how I know it's winter?
Because it's cold outside?
And there's
No.
snow.
So I went to go to a doctor's appointment this morning,
Yeah.
and I woke up, and last night it was like 50 degrees and raining. So
Yeah.
I figured I'm just going to get my jacket on.
No.
And I woke up, and I got dressed, didn't look outside because I have all my blinds pulled or shut. I go downstairs. I got my purse. I'm ready to go outside to go get in my car.
Yeah.
I go,
It's
snow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it's cold. And it's like
snowing,
20
man.
degrees.
It was so cold.
I usually check my weather app either before I go to bed
Yeah.
or right when I wake up to know what weather I'm waking up to.
What weather?
And even
Whether you're
then-
What weather you're
whether you're waking up to bad weather.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even then, I think they underestimated the snowfall.
Oh, dude, I thought it was going to rain.
It snowed all day pretty much, and then none of it really stuck, but it was hazardous driving.
Oh, icy is
Because it
dude,
rained all day yesterday, and then overnight it froze.
Not only that, this weather turns this city stupid.
Well,
Every year.
Every year. It's like people forget.
They have to relearn how
8 months ago, there was snow.
They have to relearn how to drive in slick conditions.
Oh my
They
gosh.
don't take their time.
And people
and, you know.
people forget what a steering wheel does, you know? It took me 40 minutes to get to work. Normally it takes me 15.
Yeah.
40 minutes. So many emergency services on the road today, too.
Yeah.
Not just plows, like ambulance, fire truck, cops, everywhere. Going past, stopping
Every
traffic.
year, the first snowfall brings just fender benders galore.
Right.
But, you know, New Year's, you shared that story of following that drunk driver and him crashing into that,
Yep.
what do you want to call it?
It was the housing edition sign.
Advertisement.
I drove past it today.
Yeah.
It's not fixed.
Oh, is
No,
it not?
They
I
did
have a
put up.
picture of it.
They did
you
put
really?
up the light pole.
Oh, well, I
They
didn't see that.
They replaced that part.
But I made sure I looked over at that point, and I was like, yeah, that's not the first time I've seen that area.
That
Oh,
is
man.
wrecked,
Like, that looks
man.
exactly like it was the last time we saw it wrecked. Like,
That
Hey,
is wrecked.
There's a pole at the front, and
Yeah.
then behind it is the
You wanna
sign. They
try to-
replaced
I can't show
the
it.
pole.
Why not? I can try to zoom in.
Oh,
They
no,
replaced the pole.
it's way too
We'll
just-
small.
we'll
I'll have
just
to
post
post
it.
it.
We'll just have to post on our social media. Follow us on social media, guys.
Do you have an opener?
I'm still going.
Oh. Oh wait, is the two things there?
What's the other two?
Well, is the
Oh,
opener
no.
from that-
No.
Yeah, I was there.
I know.
So with this weather, it feels like people just forget. I want to uproot this city like an Age of Ultron and put it right in the middle of South Dakota, because then people, once they see this weather, be like, oh,
Well,
eh.
I think it's less of a weather problem and more of that drivers in this town have no patience.
oh, I don't have patience.
Zero patience.
And if they have patience, it's a little too much sometimes. You know, I've seen traffic go a little too slow.
Well, and I get that, but you can't drive the same way when it's sunny and 75, as it's
Yeah.
20 and snowing. You just can't.
But I mean, do you think that winter builds character in you? Like it builds you to I can handle everything kind of stuff? Because we live in such a temperate area where we can have really hot summers, we can have tornadoes,
We can have all
wi-
4 seasons in a week.
We can,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, there was that meme I showed you last night.
Oh yeah, it was.
What was it? Groundhog's Day is coming up. And it said Groundhog's, I don't know if it was Groundhog's Day or it's coming up or it was here. I don't remember what day that is.
That's
but
the
it
2nd of
said-
February.
It said
Every year.
It was a groundhog meme, and it said the groundhog said, "So many more weeks until spring. Except you, Indiana, you can do whatever you want." Like,
You're doing your own
you're
thing.
doing
Yep.
your own thing. You don't
Pretty
count.
much. I mean, I was headed home yesterday, and it was a break in the rain, and it looked like it was October. There was leaves blowing everywhere.
Oh my
You know?
gosh.
I went into work the other day in my winter coat, and I'm like, I don't need this. Like, I'm too warm. And then I went out today in my jacket. I'm like, I need my
Mhm.
winter coat.
I've been
Yeah.
wearing my lighter jacket until today, of course.
Yeah. I went outside this morning. I was like, I can't believe there's this much snow. But it was a dry snow.
Yeah.
I mean, very easy to dust off. Very
yeah.
easy. Very easy.
Blow it off.
Just blow on it. Oh man, so I was on Twitter today, and I'm moving on to the next subject here. There's this woman who was driving a car over in Australia, and a sign fell. I don't know if you can see that.
Wow.
Yeah, a sign fell while
That's some Final Destination.
It
shit.
is. So footage surfaced of showing a massive sign, an actual
Like
highway sign,
the big green
falling off the
pole?
support.
Yeah.
one. Support system.
The support system that obviously wasn't put in place properly, falling on her car. This old lady's car. 53-year-old woman. She escaped. What?
That's old.
Well, older than me. So older than me, I can consider old, right? I mean, right?
I just like our parents are in their 50s and we're sitting
Yeah.
here. They're probably watching us on YouTube going.
Your parents are. Mine are in their 60s. Well, my dad
No,
is.
our
My
parents are in our
late
in their
50s for my dad, yeah. So yeah, the video of this is just it's crazy. I mean, just watch this thing
you
fall.
Probably just share that on our Twitter.
On our
right?
Twitter page. Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
she lives.
she is so lucky because it looked like it just like she ran into it and the bad part hit the backside of her van where she wasn't.
So Alex, you can probably share this on YouTube actually if I share this link to you.
Yeah, I can share the link. Like it's a very short clip.
Yeah, I will.
What
put
I'm surprised is like, does everybody have a dash cam now?
I want one. I really want one.
Does everybody have a dash cam? Like, there's like so much stuff that's caught on video now through dash cams, and like, what's this person doing recording on their phone just randomly, or why do you have a dash cam?
It's probably a good idea too.
Yeah, it is, especially in this day and age with how much people try to get past. Like there's people that fall on cars and claim they got hit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you've seen those before, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna share this directly on our YouTube. So,
Well, and a lot of motorcycle riders wear them on their helmets, like GoPros.
oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand that. Like, that's a thing, just in case
It's
something
the same
happens.
concept. It is the same concept.
I guess.
It has
gonna
a
have
view
you're
of
gonna
you
have
driving.
I know, but you're gonna have more of an exciting trip with being on a
Well,
motorbike or something
I
than
don't
you're gonna be
think they're
sitting in a
meant to
car.
entertain.
Well, I always figure that's why they wear them, or if they're going on a bike ride and they get hurt, they could show what happened.
That's exactly why they have them.
So, I mean, I guess that's the same reason you could probably have a dash cam.
What?
Brett, shut up.
He's like, well, I mean,
Oh, shoot.
My dad's 53, by the way.
oh hey, you're old.
Older.
Older. Well, he knows he's old.
Man, yeah, he knows I'm just joking. I'll be that age one day too, and or I hope to make it that age one day too.
Yeah. At this point.
Hey, I can officially say I made it through 2018 just fine.
Yeah.
Just fine.
You did.
I mean, I might have said this last week or week before, but
Yeah, and I did too. And a week after the or not even a day
Oh, shoot.
after the podcast, when I said that, I got sick.
should I take that back. I went through 2018. It was such a hard year for me. My health was so poor. I never.
No, you've already said it. Jinx understands.
You mentioned no hospital visits.
Yes, there was no hospital visits in 2018. That's all we're saying.
Right.
Yay.
Right. Yay.
We can still keep paying off our current bill.
Yeah. So I hate the Postal Service. This is not on the board. This just happened to me tonight. I hate the post office. And you can tell the government being shut down is kind of bare bones. And I didn't realize this until I went to the post office today. So I got home from work at about 5:30, opened up the mailbox. There was a slip in there saying, "Hey, we missed you." Alex has been home all afternoon.
Well, at least for the last, when he got home, I was at least home for the last 2 hours.
Well, how
Yeah.
do you know they didn't come before that?
I had already gotten the mail.
Yeah. So I get home around that time. I see the mail truck leaving.
He's leaving. I've been sitting on the couch.
You know, any one house is not their primary focus.
They didn't knock. They left a slip.
They
though.
left a slip in my mailbox. They didn't knock.
Maybe he was behind in his route.
I don't care. You deliver the package.
I'm just saying, maybe that's why it happened.
I was 2 feet from the door.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that.
So you just
Oh, so you
automatically
just like,
say, "I'm sorry."
You're not home. I'll
I'm
do it
saying
tomorrow.
maybe he's like,
He-
I'm just going to put this in the box and go. I'm behind it.
He took the
I'm running
time
behind.
to run up and put it in my box.
How many times do you think he knocks on a door and it takes 5 minutes for people to answer the door?
No, I know this guy. I know this
Well,
delivery
maybe
guy.
so, but
Let me tell
the
you what
point
he does.
stands.
Let me tell you what he does. He will knock and go.
Okay.
He didn't do that. Alex was home.
No.
Maybe he was running behind.
I don't care. You
Still
do your
knock.
job.
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying that's probably why he did it.
Okay, so you're giving him a reason, but it's not a good reason.
I didn't say it was a good reason.
No, I'm reiterating what you're saying.
I'm giving you why he probably did it.
But still, terrible person.
Did you tip him at Christmas? You know you're technically supposed to.
What
What?
are you talking about?
You tip them at Christmas.
Government cannot take stuff from citizens.
You think they're really going to care?
I don't.
I'd take the tip.
That's what she said.
Alex said it.
So yeah.
Shut up, you guys. I'm done.
So-
walking out.
At Christmas, you're supposed to tip anybody who does you a service regularly throughout the year.
Really?
So the only person I really have to tip is who does my hair.
Okay.
So I give her extra money
Mm-hmm.
whenever I go in December.
I'm gonna keep going on poor service here as soon as I'm done talking about the post office. Well, all in all, I had to request getting my packages. I didn't know that I had more than one.
Yeah.
It said on my slip I had 3. And so this guy walks up with just one. I was like, oh, but this says 3. Whole ordeal. Took about a half hour. I mean, it wasn't bad, but still, guy didn't do his job.
Did the slip he gave you say he'd try again tomorrow?
No. They said you can come pick it up at your earliest
'Cause
convenience
I think
after 1-9.
I thought they would try again, and after like 3 times, then they'll keep it at the post office.
They do that with some packages. Like
Okay.
I've had that happen with one.
Yeah.
And both times, like I wasn't home, and I was like, "Dang, I missed it again."
Yeah.
Maybe it's the UPS. I'm thinking
We've
that
got
will retry.
we've got a comment on YouTube. FedEx did that to us. Our twins' tablets for Christmas were sitting outside in our garbage can.
Oh, that's different than them driving off. I mean, that's at least they're leaving
They
it
actually-
there.
And that's a local.
Dropped it. Yeah. That's why.
Why are people complaining about our garbage people? Like that's
What are you talking
our
about?
garbage people. FedEx, USPS. Does this city suck?
Well,
Yeah.
Red River is the garbage company that started in 2018, and they were going weeks without picking up people's garbage.
Wow.
And it's been a very hard struggle for this company. They won the bid to pick up the garbage
Mhm.
for Fort Wayne, and they have really struggled to meet the terms of their contract.
Okay.
I'm glad that you know about this, but we don't because we have a
dumpster.
Well, somebody actually has
So
to
does
pick
he.
that up.
Yeah.
I know, but I haven't gone out to the dumpster and go, man, someone really needs to empty this. Like it hasn't been full.
No, not really.
Okay.
So Alex, when did we go to B-Dubs? We went to B-Dubs Thursday? Last Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
Thanks, Dad, for dinner.
Oh well,
Disney.
yes, that was
It was a Christmas gift.
Christmas gift. We went to B-Dubs on it was either Thursday or Friday, whichever day.
To sit and eat.
No, take
No.
carry out.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I got it for.
Oh my God, I forgot about this.
I got it for a certain time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick it up a half hour from now or an hour from now. I gave it an actual time. They gave me a time. I said no, I want 10 minutes later. So we went to the one out on Maysville here and pulled up. Went into a line long for
Yeah.
carryout, long,
Yeah.
and dine-in was getting pretty packed too. So no one was talking in line. No one was conversing as far as who was paid, who was not, who's got stuff already waiting to be picked up, who still has to order, all that kind of good stuff. So I get to the register. They're like, "Oh, we'll check on your order." I said, "Check on my order." I
We
set the
got there
time
like
for
20
7.
minutes late.
I set the time for 7:50. Got there at about 8
Six.
o'clock.
Or sorry, 7:50. We got there after 8.
Yeah. I didn't get to the register until 20 after 8. And they said, "We'll see if it's ready." I said, should be ready like half hour ago. Wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Wasn't-
So I order a lot from online with B-Dubs, and I don't know how the times are calculated. I'm guessing it's some kind of equation that takes part in peak time.
Have you ever?
On
Brett, we
on
placed
sale
the
days.
order
Let me finish.
45 minutes before the
Does
order.
not matter. If there's 25 online orders before you,
But it gave us a time to pick from.
it's not ironclad, though.
Okay.
How could it be? It's a computer. It's not the oven.
No, but still, I'm saying like for that kind of an order. I'm saying we didn't get up to the register until a half an hour after the 45 minutes. So technically, it was like an hour and a half after we placed the order.
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
What is your point?
That is unacceptable. 15, 20 minutes, maybe even 30, an hour
You
and
say
a
it's
half.
unacceptable. I don't think you realize what it takes.
I do.
Do
I
you?
worked in the
Yes.
restaurant business.
Were you doing online orders at Banditos back then?
I wasn't, but I saw how quickly things were made.
I know how
Maybe
fast.
so.
This is
Wings are made
This
in
is wings.
10 minutes tops.
I worked
10
at
minutes.
a Mexican food restaurant where it was like burgers
And you both know how easy it is to put in an online order. So what makes you think 100 other people aren't doing it in the same hour window?
Then their computer system is effed up and they need to
Maybe
change
so.
it.
I mean, it's their first run at an app that you can order from. You know?
It's been updated.
Maybe so, but it's not been in practice long. You know who does do it right?
Years.
Papa John's, Domino's. They were like the
They
pioneers
are
of it.
amazing.
They have a tracker.
Papa John's.
Yeah, they do.
Papa John's is
You can see where your
great.
pizza's
Now
at.
again,
Jimmy
it's-
John's now has a tracker too.
So
People are-
that's what I mean. Though it's not exact, and I think I ordered one time, and it was a little bit after 8:00 at night. I put in the order, and it said it wasn't going to be ready until like 10:30.
I would have accepted that. Then it'd say, "Hey, it's gonna be ready at 7:45," and we get there at 8:15, and it's still not ready.
No,
and
no,
Josh doesn't get
okay.
back in the car until 8:45.
So you said it pushed you back to that
It
time.
did push back.
It didn't push back for me.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I
That's
don't
what's
know.
weird.
It
It
may
didn't-
be you guys ordered, but because you put your time later, maybe there's a prioritization kind of
I
thing.
put it like
10
10
minutes later.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you don't take the first available time, maybe they put you at the back of the line.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was still messed up.
They didn't do anything for me either, but whatever. I'm
I
not
wouldn't
that
have expected
upset
them to
about
do
it. I'm
Sounds
really
like you
not.
are.
I'm upset over the fact that they
We
weren't.
were
Sounds
upset.
like you were.
I was, because I decided not to. Like, I don't remember. I had not eaten the whole day. I don't
You
remember
hadn't.
why.
Yeah.
How many restaurants in Fort Wayne have you noticed that say we're hiring?
A lot.
I think every restaurant in town, or a large percentage of them, are understaffed.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's got to fill those orders and put the stuff in the fryer and sauce them and all that crap.
I mean, I remember years ago when you couldn't find a job at
Exactly.
a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, we're at the
because
rise now.
Now we're at the we'll take anybody we can get.
Pretty much.
And I don't know if it's like, but I don't know if you're seeing it, but I don't see kids working.
No.
Like, I don't. It used to be that's all you saw was 16, 17.
Pretty
Entry level
much.
jobs.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you don't see that anymore.
No.
Where are the kids working? They're probably not, right?
No, they're living at home with their parents.
Pretty much.
Yep.
No, I was
They're
was ready.
Twitch streaming is what they're doing.
Shut up. I was ready to get a job at
YouTubing.
16.
Oh man, I mean it's easy for people to get.
No, I totally understand. The other, what one was it? Last week, I think it was either Tuesday or Thursday. I went and I did the same thing. Only there was nobody in front of me.
Really?
Like, I got there, and it might have been the same night, but it gave me a long window, and it was kind of after what I consider to be the peak time.
Okay.
It's like, surely it won't take that long, because I think sometimes they'll give you a window of X minutes because that's what they think it will take, but it will actually be ready a lot sooner than that. And they throw it in that hot box and just wait for you to come pick it up.
Yeah,
So
and that
I
dries it
will-
out too.
Exactly. I'll go early because it's usually always ready. Well, this time it wasn't ready. So I
Mhm.
ended up waiting in line there for like 20 minutes, but I went way early, you know, because normally it's ready, and it just wasn't this time.
Yeah. I don't know. Service has just gotten a little
We've
down.
got our fans commenting on the issue.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We've got, until you work in the kitchen, you will not understand what we have to deal
I
with
worked in the kitchen.
on a daily basis. Possibly short staff, system outage, online issues. It sucks.
I worked in the kitchen. I know what that's
I get
like.
it. When was that, though?
That was in 2010.
So almost
true.
10 years ago. You know how much can change in 10 years?
Okay,
Electronically?
hold on a second. I'm telling you how long it takes to make food. I'm not
Well,
telling you how
okay,
busy it gets.
But
I didn't say anything
maybe
else.
the whole operational thing is different now.
Okay, you know how B-Dubs works?
Maybe it did in 2010. You don't know is my point. You don't know.
And then they do a little bit of this with a bowl. Just toss the wings in the sauce, and actually, sometimes they just dump it and then they just
Well, this
When
is what they did
they're-
with my wings.
dip the sauce.
Was
When
it
they're,
you asked for more Parmesan on mine? I
Oh
couldn't
my
see my
God.
wings.
It was like just like someone
Like he's like, can you put
shit
some more
out
on there? It was just like,
Parmesan
Like
garlic
you,
diarrhea.
like I
you
couldn't
ordered
find
heavy,
my wing.
Like you ordered heavy sauce.
No,
Right.
extra heavy.
Pretty
like,
much.
I
It was
ordered
wet.
sauce.
It was
Yeah.
wet. It was doused.
Whoever said that, I understand what you're saying. These two apparently don't.
I have worked in the kitchen,
10 years ago!
but I know how long it takes food to be
It
made.
could be different.
How is frying food different?
I'm not saying that part. The entire operation of the kitchen, I'm sure, is different.
Josh,
Every kitchen operates differently.
he's
What?
saying now that they have
You
online.
said in this day and age, any
They said he's understand. Shh. Quiet. He listen.
go ahead.
Brett is saying everything's different now because if they're playing online or introducing online ordering, the whole system that used to work in the back is now changed.
No, it doesn't.
Pip, no,
You don't know
Yes, I
that.
do.
No.
The tickets still come in.
Yeah, but you have to have extra staff. You have to have a different place. Like you're in charge of online ordering. You're in
Yeah,
charge
yeah.
of in
I get that.
Okay, now what's your problem?
Food still takes the same amount of time to be made.
We're talking about
But if
staff.
You
You're-
don't fry chicken differently.
No, that
If
process
you're-
That's
didn't
what I'm
change.
talking about. That's
Okay.
all I'm
You-
talking about. I'm not talking
But
about
it's
anything else.
irrelevant.
No.
Back in the day, you only had tickets coming in from the dining
From
room.
one spot.
Now you have it, bam, 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 off the
Actually,
online.
I wonder if it all comes through the same receipt system.
Because you
now.
No
have
way.
Josh,
No
you have
way.
people calling in, you have people online ordering, and now you have people.
Yeah. Oh
dining,
no, I
so
get
that's
that.
3
I get
different
that. That's
areas.
fine. That's fine.
And they're probably going. If this, I didn't even really. Is the online thing at B-Dubs new?
No.
It's been around for probably a year at least.
Okay, well,
well,
they
no,
still-
the
all right.
app is new.
the online?
Website ordering.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since we moved here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, either way, they don't have their shit together. Can we move on?
Well, it functions actually, and they just
Poorly.
they just went to a different POS system,
Yeah.
like at the carryout.
yeah, a
Yeah.
piece of shit system.
I think it works all right. The actual POS system is a piece of shit.
Do you
Point-
get what I'm saying?
No.
Point of
POS.
sale.
Oh, I get
piece
that
of.
part. Does it function? Can you pay for your stuff?
Oh my god.
I know what you're saying. POS is a piece of
I
shit.
was trying to make a funny, Brett. That's
Well,
all.
it wasn't funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
That's all I was trying to do.
You thought your remark was
it
funny.
That's all I'm trying
It was
to
a bad
do.
joke.
It was a bad joke. Okay. Holy cow.
I think we have more comments.
People are just laughing out loud at our yelling.
Yes, I'm loving you guys.
So
Hold
No,
on.
say
Yeah,
it.
we've got some stuff. I've got my sister on YouTube going, wait until mom watches this. She'll have plenty to say about this topic because my mom works at the kitchen and the hospital.
I understand
We've
online
also got-
ordering systems.
We've
and
also got, I totally agree. I used to have a waitress give her own time to pick up an order, and there would be like 10 other tickets in front of that. Could be lack of kitchen communication as well. Bunch of laughing faces happen, and then Alex just walk away slowly. Don't poke the bear.
Who's the bear?
Who's the bear?
I don't know which one's the bear.
Let's move on.
We've both been kind of angry in this
That-
month
well,
because January sucks.
so here we
Guys,
go.
winter hit and we're mad.
I hate it.
But I got here and you asked me if I had anything to talk about. And
Yeah.
I said I really don't.
It's blah.
And I said I've been mad all week, and you're like, yeah, me too. I'm like, screw January.
January sucks,
Like,
man.
The only thing good about January is NFL playoffs.
I do like celebrating Alex's birthday because we always do something
Isn't that
great.
the end of the month?
Yeah.
When's my birthday, Brett?
I honestly don't know. 27th?
Actually, I don't.
Everybody freaking says it's the 27th.
Well, yours is the 27th.
No. And then you say that, and then you say that.
Do I really? Has this happened before?
Because I know that I've said, is it the 27th? And Josh is like, no, yours is the 27th.
I'm pretty
like,
sure.
no, it's not the 27th.
I think we've had this exact same.
Yeah. Okay.
Yours is
30th?
close.
Is it closer than 27th?
Yes.
29th.
Brett, it's the 31st.
Yeah.
I almost said the 31st too.
You know how it's really easy to remember?
'Cause it's the
Alex's
last day.
birthday is the last day of January.
Okay,
Nobody
so
thinks about
did
that.
I ever tell my ex-girlfriend story on the podcast?
I don't know.
Probably when we first
Wait,
started
which
dating.
ex-girlfriend?
The last one I had before you. I was dating Alex. Just started dating, and I bought
So
her a
when you
keychain.
were 12?
Yeah.
13.
13.
No,
Okay.
when we were dating.
That's my joke.
You were dating someone when we were 13?
You.
You.
You said your ex.
Yes.
How old were you?
12.
Okay, when this occurrence happened, I was 13.
That's what I'm trying
The
to
story
say.
doesn't matter anymore. I don't even want to tell it. I don't
Okay.
care.
Keychain.
Yes.
What
What
about
was the
it?
keychain
I
say?
bought the wrong date.
Oh.
I bought the
No wonder she
ex-girlfriend's
broke
date.
up with you.
Yeah, January 29th.
Was her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, and you gave it to Alex?
Alex was the 31st.
But you gave Alex a January 29th keychain?
I didn't give it to her because I found out it was wrong.
Oh, that's good. That's smart. That's smart.
Wait, are you saying you were going to give me that keychain?
I didn't know your birthday.
But you bought the keychain.
So was the
I
ex-girlfriend
knew it was
the
in
29th?
January.
But you bought the keychain
Mhm.
for your ex-girlfriend?
No, for you. But it was her birthday.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
That's
I
still
was
bad.
13.
if
I was
yeah,
13.
Yeah, I mean,
I was
I'll give you a
13.
pass.
I
on
was
that. I
13.
think that's okay.
Help
I mean, it's
me
it's
out.
good if you gave it to her, and you knew it was wrong. Why would you do that?
No. I was still learning your birthday.
Anyway, mine is the 17th.
Yeah,
Just for
July
clarification.
17th. Yeah.
It has a 7 in it.
Uh-huh.
It does.
Mine has a 1.
Cool.
It's in the 20s.
Cool
It's in the
story.
20s.
Let's talk about the NFL.
Yeah.
I want to know why you were busting my balls.
About the Eagles?
No, about the Ravens.
Oh, because they sucked.
They did suck. But, the reason I chose them, because there's two.
I love
there's,
that. He's like,
there's two things to think about when it comes to the playoff
Mhm.
football. Good defense, and
Oh, yeah.
how experienced is your quarterback.
Yeah.
quarterback.
Jackson
He-
is
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar. Why weren't they playing Flacco?
Okay, so we'll get into that.
I have something in my teeth if I'm messing with my thing.
Face.
Like it's been bothering me.
So Lamar Jackson, he didn't even start this year. Flacco started the year. He only
Yeah, he's
played
been
like
a
the last
regular
8
for
games,
a while.
but they were winning because their defense was solid, and he had done just enough offense, to get them that far. And back in 2000, do you remember a quarterback by the name of Trent Dilfer? He was a terrible, terrible quarterback,
Oh.
but the Ravens won the Super Bowl because their defense was solid.
Really?
It's known as one of the best defenses of all time, the
That's
2000
cool.
Ravens. So
That's
I thought,
cool.
their defense is good enough. Maybe it makes up for his lack of experience.
But
That's why I chose them.
they weren't winning, so they pulled Flacco, and then Jackson was helping them through.
Correct.
Oh,
They,
okay.
So Flacco got hurt, and they had to play Jackson.
Mm,
And then they started winning. So we're not going to put Flacco back in.
they should have.
Plus,
He's
well, I
seasoned.
mean, just in throughout the end of the year, they
Mhm.
weren't going to put Flacco
Okay.
back because they're winning, and Flacco's getting older, and
Mhm.
the organization knew that Jackson is kind of the future.
Oh yeah.
So if he's winning now, keep him in. We'll ride him. you know?
Right. Right.
So then talk started to happen that Jackson just ain't getting it done in this game
No. Yeah.
against the Chargers,
No.
and they need to put in Flacco.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why it didn't happen, other than the fact that you need to say we're going to live or die by our future quarterback.
I think
It's
that's what
also
they did.
which to say, Flacco, you're pretty much done here,
Wow.
and I think he probably knows that anyway.
He's been part of the Ravens for
And he's won
a
a Super Bowl.
long time.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, and he's won a
Yeah.
Super Bowl in Baltimore.
What, at least 15 years, 10 years.
Mm.
Flacco.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's been quite 15.
It
I think
feels like
he's-
it.
I think
Feels like he's
probably
a veteran
in his-
quarterback.
I think he's probably around my age.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's probably a 10 to 12 year quarterback.
Let me look him up on Wikipedia. He. Fuck off.
Is he my age?
No. 10 years.
I said 10 to 12 years.
He
Brett,
was
your brain.
drafted the first round in 2008.
Brett, what's going on with your brain?
Oh, it's solid.
How?
Sharp. Anyway, that
You
game.
should take an IQ test,
Well, IQ is intelligence.
He's
not
33.
Memory capacity. I'm 33.
Okay, where's he from?
I don't know.
you just pull 20 questions out of your ass?
Yeah. New Jersey.
Brett, what's the distance of the sun from the earth?
I really don't know
Oh,
that.
she does.
I do.
Good.
How many miles?
I think it's like
See, that's why
I think it's 93
an
million.
IQ test will prove nothing.
Fake.
I just
I think it's
if they
million.
had a test for memory, like there's photographic memory, which I think I have.
Isn't
to an extent.
eidetic memory?
Eidetic is next, where you remember like ridiculous details. Like you can remember
I'll remember some ridiculous
a
stuff.
day, like a certain day. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Sheldon on the Big Bang Theory has an eidetic memory.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember some things to the T, like pretty darn well. Alex doesn't remember jack, but she'll remember things that I did wrong.
No surprise.
That's my woman brain.
It's like anything you can pick out of that happened like within the last 10 years. You can't remember anything past that, pretty much, as far as our relationship goes.
I have an explanation for that.
Go ahead.
I have a bad brain.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I have a chemically imbalanced brain that has caused me to have some issues with memory,
which you're fixing.
which I'm fixing.
Yes.
So
Well,
yes.
Yes, but in this instance with Joe Flacco, I didn't know that stuff.
Wow,
I just
we
kind
must-
of, I kind of guessed because of how long I think it's been that I've known he's been playing quarterback. So
Right.
it's just kind of a guess, you know,
Right.
taking a little more credit than I probably would deserve there.
So, do you want to rebuttal our picks? Because we both got one wrong.
I think we stick with him.
You got the Ravens and the Eagles. We got the Chiefs and the Bears. Bears are
Right.
out.
Right.
Ravens are out.
What do you mean rebuttal? Like, what
do you
want
want to pick
do?
a different team for
No?
the
Well,
NFC?
no, I'll stick. My NFC still
Or
alive.
AFC for you, NFC for
Um,
us.
Oh,
I
did
guess
we-
we
did we
can.
win?
I mean, why not?
Did we win?
No,
No,
Bears
it's
lost.
tied. I think we wait.
Oh
Well,
wait.
why
see
can't
what
why don't we
happens.
pick the next person
I think we wait and see what happens this week.
When's the Chiefs?
this
Sunday,
week?
or this weekend.
Yeah.
Sunday.
So
Maybe
I
Saturday.
don't see why. Well, if you want to wait until next week to pick another.
I say we since we both have a team alive, we let this weekend play out.
See if
and
they even make it.
If they make it.
So Chiefs and Eagles. Eagles scraped. Eagles
They did.
scraped.
And I want
They
to talk about them.
Barely made
little bit.
this.
So, the big thing about that game was the Bears missed a kick. It was actually deflected, and he hit the upright.
Dude, he missed.
But he
Five-
had missed
For some reason, number
Kicks.
5's in my head.
earlier. He hit the post 3 times, I think. He
Yeah.
missed kicks in the game. The thing I'll say about this, and Bears fans are gonna yell at me.
Go ahead.
The thing is, he's been a mediocre kicker all year. Like he just has not been good.
Uh-huh.
And one thing about the NFL this year, more than any other year I can remember, the biggest story that really nobody talked about because it's kickers. There are so many missed kicks this year.
Oh.
There's a
No-
lot.
Wow.
No
yeah.
kick was a given.
No
kick.
Never.
You could never.
Unless.
Like back in the day, me watching football, the kick was the most boring part because it's like, and he got it.
Exactly.
What
And now
has
it's like-
changed?
Oh,
don't
is he
know.
gonna
Well,
miss?
they moved the extra point back,
That's the one thing. But
but they're missing like regular field
Chicago's
goals.
stuff wasn't post touchdown stuff. It was all just regular field goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for that, but what I
Yeah.
will say is that so they know he's a mediocre kicker, and he's not the only kicker in the league that's missed a lot of kicks.
Oh no.
But the defense, the so-called awesome defense, is the one that gave up a super late touchdown on 4th down. That's supposed to be their solid wall. You know,
Yeah.
they allowed the touchdown.
The game-winning
Then they got
touchdown.
a
Yeah.
really good run back and even had a couple plays to get them even
So
further.
close. They were so close.
Yeah.
So close.
So I feel, and what I heard on one of my sports podcasts is Cody Parkey, the kicker, is just getting crucified.
oh, I'm
which-
sure.
Oh.
No one expected.
There's
didn't
Chicago
expect that.
Chicago fans are not nice.
There are
They're
so
not. I mean, they're
many
not as
memes
bad
out
as,
right
as
now.
Philadelphia, but
I'll tell
Yeah.
you, Minnesota's fans, they're pretty nice. They can
Yeah,
be
I'm
pretty
gonna say
nice.
like, you'll get it next year. Don't worry about it. Let me buy
we
you
just
a
want,
beer.
We just want a Super Bowl in our lifetime.
Yeah,
no, just
we'll get there.
within the next 60 years, please.
so I felt pretty bad for him. But that's the nature of the game. That's why they kick the kicks.
This
you
happened in
know?
Hey,
Minnesota.
this is the kick heard around the world.
Well, against Seattle.
Yeah, this was a couple of years ago when
Yeah.
there was when Minnesota before.
Blair
Yeah, Blair Walsh
missed against
before
Seattle, lost the game.
Yeah, this was divisional round.
I think so.
So this was after the first round bye.
I think so.
So yeah,
I was watching that.
yeah, they were in the outdoor stadium though in
Yeah.
Minnesota
It was-
in the
it-
winter.
Was it? I thought it was in Seattle. It was in Minnesota.
That
don't
was a
have an
different
outdoor
year. That was a
stadium.
different year. They did when they were rebuilding after the Metrodome
Oh
collapse.
yeah. Okay.
We're getting
Before
off topic.
their U.S. bank opened up.
Dude, their new stadium. I want to go to it.
It looks.
It
nice.
looks pretty
Yeah.
boss.
So
But,
anyway,
yeah.
that was that game. The Colts killed the Texans. I was not expecting that. I'm not
Me
surprised
neither.
they won, but I didn't think
Yeah.
thid kill them like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
What'd you
And
think of my?
then-
You didn't say anything about my comment on group chat.
What was your
about-
comment?
about the Bears kicker?
What was your comment?
I'd posted the laces out thing.
Oh, the Ray Finkel.
Yeah.
Do you guys need
Yeah.
another water? It looks
Yeah,
like
I'll need-
You
Alex
guys need
looks like
another
you-
round? Is that what
need
he was
another
gonna say?
round?
You guys
Another
need
round of waters.
Anybody need
Have you seen that
waters?
Geico commercial?
Oh,
they're
they're
playing-
doing all the
Yeah.
old stuff.
They're
They
playing all
are,
the old
but
stuff.
they're
They're playing
doing
Hump
the-
Day.
The guy
Finish this.
that is starts acting like his dad, and he's like, "I need a round of jalapeno poppers
Yeah,
for me
yeah,
and the
yeah,
boys."
yeah. Because he saved money on homeowners insurance
Yes.
or something.
He's
and
acting like
he's
his
finally.
dad.
Oh yeah. Oh, gosh.
I was like not paying attention to football whatsoever, and all of a sudden I hear like, "Hey, what,
Mike,
What day is it?
Guess what day it is?
What day? I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this commercial."
Just toss it over
and I
there.
was like, "Oh, the camel."
Almost hit the dog.
Oh my god, look at Layla.
She's looking at you like, bitch.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Anyways, that's like my favorite commercial. I think
Sorry.
a lot of people think it's annoying, but for some reason, that's clever right
It is
there.
annoying,
It is,
but
yeah.
It's clever.
it's funny.
Yeah. So
So I think that was all the games. Dallas and Seattle. It wasn't really all that interesting. I was surprised that Dallas won. I did not give them much of a chance to win. I thought Seattle would.
I'm happy they beat Seattle.
Me too, because I don't really like Seattle.
I didn't like either team, but I think Dallas, after that ankle injury, which we're not going to talk about, woo.
Yeah.
Talk about the worst thing I've seen this year, except for something happened.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith, yeah.
Let's not talk about that either.
Was that the Chiefs?
Redskins.
Redskins. I knew it was a red jersey.
So
Yeah.
So I will say, I know y'all picked the Chiefs, and they
I don't
are
know.
at home.
Yeah.
That is going to be a good game. You should.
Who are they
watch
going
that one.
against?
Colts.
The Colts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now the thing about it, a couple
That's
keys
gonna
to
be
the
good.
game. The Chiefs' run defense is bad,
Yeah.
and Marlon Mack right now is running out of his mind, and the Colts' defense is playing pretty good, but it's the Chiefs' offense, so it could be a shootout. You never know.
Mahomes is pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
he is. Then you have Dallas at New Orleans, and
Oh crap! I closed my.
no, that's not right.
You want me to get the game up? Let's get the games up.
Dallas at L.A. Rams,
Let me.
and Philadelphia at New Orleans.
Let's make sure. Colts, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, Chargers, Patriots. Go Chargers. Eagles, Saints. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Go Eagles.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll root for the Eagles for once.
Mhm.
Because I hate the Saints.
Yeah.
And then
I like Drew Brees.
I
He's
hate
from
Drew
Purdue.
Brees. I hate him.
Or he played at Purdue.
I'm sorry for Drew Brees fans and everyone who's like,
He's a good
you
guy,
went to
though.
Purdue. Did you go to Purdue? No, but I still like him because Purdue's in Indiana.
Cousin Andrew is a Purdue alum.
Good for cousin Andrew.
Hey Josh,
Drew
did you
Brees
realize
is a
that if I
good-
didn't go to my school that I went to,
You would have gone to
I
Purdue.
would have gone to Purdue?
And I'm happy you didn't.
I don't know why you don't like. He's a good person.
I know, but I don't like the Saints.
Okay.
In general, the whole franchise, due to that hit list, will
Oh, yeah,
always
yeah.
be in my head.
I don't like Greg Williams because of that, and he's
Yeah.
the head coach of the Cleveland Browns right now. Actually, I hate that guy. And
What is it? What's that? Oh my god, what's that from?
What?
Ah,
What are you
I
saying?
hate that guy.
I hate that guy. I don't know.
It's a movie quote. Come on, guys, on YouTube.
All right, chat.
Page.
Wait,
Light it up.
Stop. Let me think.
I hate that guy.
Oh, it was
Hey,
from an episode of
No. It's
Home
from.
Improvement.
No.
Yes, it is.
Well, it probably is.
No, I know it is.
Okay. She's talking about a film.
It's not The Princess Bride. It's something like it's at the end with a wedding. It's like Robin Hood. It might be Men in Tights.
Oh, well, I haven't seen that.
Might be Men in Tights.
You know,
Because they're walking down and he's like, it's the priest walking down and he's just like, hey, he's walking down and he's saying hi and some guy like looks stupid and he goes, hey, I bet. He's like, God, I hate that guy. Yeah, I'm
that's
pretty
Mel
sure it's
Brooks' character.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not Mel Brooks' character. It's like the priest guy.
Yeah, Mel Brooks. He's the monk.
It's not the monk. It's
Oh,
a priest guy.
I'm sorry.
He's like a
First of
Pope-looking
all,
dude.
we're getting off topic here.
I'm sorry.
I
You
think
said it
we've-
exactly like the dude.
We've rung it out.
Yeah, NFL.
Yeah, see, I was right.
I,
What?
That is Prince of Thieves.
I'm really excited to see what next season brings already. Like the off season for everybody who isn't at this point. They're already, I'm really excited to see how things are going to change.
I am, but at the same time, I get what I get out of the season when I need to then have the break until it starts again.
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't miss football until it's time again for football.
Yeah.
And plus, like you say, you'll have the XFL. So if anybody cares about that?
No, they don't. I'll watch it. I'll see if it's good. We'll just see.
Yeah.
Just wait and see. You can't really do much. What do you want to move on to?
Let's hear this mega replay story, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad. Not that big of a story.
Not that bad.
It's not that
It
exciting.
sounded like it was.
Yeah.
when
Did you
said-
hit on?
Okay, well,
I did ask that. And
I
you
didn't
wouldn't
get hit
answer.
on, like, I wouldn't say directly. How about that?
Okay.
So
Well,
I took.
how about you start with why you went there? Because
I went there because I cleaned out the downstairs closet, which had just a box sitting back there that had been not opened since we moved.
Right.
And it was
What
like
was in
this
it?
huge ass box.
what was in it?
A bunch of really old DVDs and stuff that Mega Replay is going to take that I don't care about.
So
Right?
You took stuff to sell.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just to
So
get rid
I
of a lot of
took
our
and
stuff.
just to get rid of stuff. And if I'm gonna, instead of I'm like, I figured I might as well get some money. And
Yeah.
if I don't get any money, then it's gonna go somewhere else. It's gonna get donated. So anyways, I took that. I took all of our old Rock Band stuff for the 360. And I took some old DDR mats from the Wii.
Oh.
Yeah. I took some VR headsets that we got. Just a bunch of really old random electronics.
Did they take it all?
Most of it.
Yeah.
They couldn't take they couldn't take any Rock Band stuff. They said that they would have,
You
which is
okay?
okay. So which is a side story because I went up and I took all of the small stuff in first, and like I had 3 grocery bags full of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, selling?" I'm like, "Yep." And they're like, "Okay." So they start going. They're like, "It's gonna be about 45 minutes to go through all this." I'm like, "That's fine." So I start looking around. Totally forgot. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got some larger items I need to go out too to bring in. I've got by the way, so if you'd like to inquire about, I'll put it out here.
Wow. Don't be a garage sale podcast
Hey,
right now.
one man's
Trash
is another man's treasure.
Yes.
And I have a side story about
Excuse
that
me.
too.
Wow.
So anyways, I tried to take in a full Rock Band stage kit, a guitar, a keytar that we used like once with the stand. So that's the piano guitar thing.
Yeah, we hardly use that.
And then what's the adapter thingy?
MIDI adapter.
Mini adapter, which
Legacy adapter.
legacy adapter.
Did you know she was doing this?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I told her
he
to.
approved everything.
So I guess we should have said, in case you don't know, Mega Replay is like a pawn shop for just electronics and video games and movies and CDs and
Yeah.
just nerd stuff.
think
all
they
Disc-
take
around.
all your stuff.
I think Disc
give you
Replay
money
is
for
pretty
it.
national. I mean, I can look at their
Like, it was
I
in
website.
think
Chicago,
it
it
is,
was in
but
here.
I don't. Well, it's not Disc Replay anymore. It was Disc Replay. I remember when it was just Disc Replay.
No, it's still Disc Replay.
but it's their
But
sign
it's
says
mega
Replay.
replay.
I know, but it's still called Disc Replay. That's still the company. I'm actually looking at their website right
Oh.
now.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, I took a whole bunch of Rock Band stuff in and whatever. So anyway, so I was like, I bring in all this extra big stuff, and before I actually do, I was like, before I actually bring in and haul all this in, can you at least go back to the back counter and be like, yes, you can bring this in because we're gonna sell it. Like, there's a chance, a good chance, because I don't want to haul it in and it's freaking cold outside. So I have a lot of I take 3 trips to go in and outside. For one, they don't even offer assistants to come and help me. That was kind of one thing.
No, they
They
won't.
knew. They said, "What all do you have?"
It's
and I
a
told
push,
them.
pull, drag thing.
I agree.
Whatever,
You
it's
get it in the
still-
I mean,
door.
that doesn't surprise me.
You
that
got to get it
say
to the
that.
counter first.
Anyways,
I'm okay with that.
and I brought it in all in pieces. I probably should have just set up the drum set and brought it in like that. But anyway, so I brought it all in because he said, yes, we'll take it. The only thing that he said, he's like, no, for sure, we're not going to take it as your DDR mats. Like, he's like, they're not going to sell.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I tried.
Anybody want any DDR mats that
Anybody
work
want
on
the
6? It's the Wii, the GameCube, the PlayStation 2, and the Xbox original.
Yeah, there you go. They're
Actually,
old.
it might be Xbox 360.
They're old, but I'm pretty sure they work.
But the old Xbox 360. I'm talking about the first generation.
Yeah. So anyways, I take all that in. I get like a bag back that they won't sell. He goes, so we can't sell any Rock Band stuff. I'm like, Really? Why? Okay, the keytar has a rattle to it. A rattle.
I'll open it up and find out what that rattle is.
You can barely hear it, but it has a rattle to it. And the drum set has a crack
Okay.
this big in it.
Did we ever tell the story of how
That's my fault. Shh.
Alex got drunk? She was dancing with old Greg, our friend Greg from Chicago. We call him old Greg. They're just having a blast.
I lost my balance and I fell on the drum set.
She fell on the drum set and cracked it like just.
It's got a crack
It's
this big in it.
yeah. It's a.
It happens.
We tried to super glue it. Nah.
He said, now, I wouldn't go and donate this. I would actually try to sell it. We just can't take it because it has a crack in it.
It works just
sense.
fine.
And he's like,
It works.
as long as it works and you just have the crack, I would try to sell this online. A lot
Sure.
of people come in here all the time asking for Rock Band stuff, but I can't sell it here. I'm like, okay, sure. So, but anyways, and then there was a bunch of other stuff. He's like, I just can't sell this. I can't. I'm like, okay. So now he offers to bring it back to my car. This is where he says, he's like, well, I can help you out with all this stuff. He grabs the smallest thing, which is the keytar. And I was like, and one of the bags. I have to pick up this bag, the keytar stand, and the drum set. And he's like, oh, and they have the drum set put together now. He's like, I locked the drum set so it shouldn't fall apart. And as we're going out the door, he goes, by the way, if the drum set falls apart, I'm not responsible for any damage. I'm like, are you kidding me?
wow.
Like, you're the one that's sitting here offering to
That's funny.
to like, I could have put a strap on the keytar and threw it around my shoulder. You're
That
not
is
really
funny.
helping me out.
Oh, you wouldn't want to do that.
Either way.
That strap that's with it is not.
Either way. He
It's
picked
not
up
supportive.
the lightest freaking item
I know.
to
You
help
know
me
what
out.
they need to invest in that place?
Carts.
Well, that, but I was thinking if you take a bunch of stuff to sell, you can only walk around there for so long. They need to put some chairs,
Yeah, but then people would just hang out.
maybe.
You think about it. Why are there no chairs in Walmart?
Well, there are benches.
In the pharmacy?
No, well, I guess it depends. I've seen stores where there's
They
like
have them around other.
benches around.
Sometimes they
like
have it
back
in-
in photo.
I would say photo. Well, yes, they have seats in photo. Photo, pharmacy, and seasonal.
I've seen them down the grocery action alley before, like
Really?
in different stores.
Oh yeah. yeah.
Do you want to
But
know
store
what I
has
got
space.
for like 20 DVDs?
$10 probably took 50 cents.
$1.20.
Really?
Oh, but
I can't
altogether,
believe they're
her,
still
her
taking DVDs. On
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
out of all the stuff that they took, which was 2 huge bags full of stuff, I could either get $35 in cash, which actually I did think was like,
that's
oh,
not
that's
bad.
not that bad.
That's not
Or I
bad.
got like
cash in hand.
just about $60 in store credit. And I'm like, I was already eyeing some stuff I was gonna buy, so I bought some stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't take a lot there to sell anymore because I've already got rid of most of my
You
stuff.
did.
But
You cleaned out a lot of your library.
Anymore now, I don't even care about the money. I just want it so I don't have to deal with it.
Right.
I don't
I'm
have
at
to
that
pack
point
it again,
too.
you know?
Oh my
It's
gosh, I
someone
want
else's
less.
problem.
That's what
Yes.
that's what I did with like in the closet. I'm like, I haven't seen this for 5 years. It's leaving. Like
Yep.
I was like,
You
there's
should go through your DVD shelves down there.
We did.
we did.
We did. There's some
Well,
stuff that we
because
got
I
rid of.
went through. The only thing that we got that was actually in the double digits that I got money back for was our Wii U games. I sold 3 of them. I got $11.
That's fine. That's fine.
So I was like, those are
I don't own a
50
Wii
bucks
U.
a piece.
I don't own a Wii U. I'm not going to ever own a Wii U.
Yeah, so I was like, there was no point in
unless,
having them.
Unless I'm making bank, I will not own a Wii U.
To me, Mega Replay now is more of a place where I'll look for rare stuff.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
that's what I did when I was
So
there.
I don't buy
I was,
physical media anymore.
I was
No,
trying to
yeah.
see if they had, and I ask this every time I go in, which is like a couple times a year, but every time I try to make a point to go, by the way, do you have the original Pokemon Yellow or Red Game Boy game? And they never do. They said those like, that's rare, and as soon as it's here, it's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Dang
much.
I did consider if I'll look and see if they have an original Game Boy from time to time.
Right.
and
Oh, they do.
If they do, I'll consider getting
They had one there today.
I haven't looked in. I haven't been in a while.
They had
No.
2.
Nice. What were they? 40?
I didn't look at the price because
It's
I
right
didn't think
there
about
on the-
buying them.
It's right there on it.
Yeah.
On the
I didn't
face.
look at the price.
Dummy.
I just said, oh, hey, look, they have 2 Game Boys there.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on from there.
Oh, I had one more story.
Okay.
Or not even a story, a thing. So I'm taking the stage kit out, right? And this totally slips my brain because the dude had already left afterwards. But anyway, so I'm putting everything in my car. There was another dude that was in the parking lot behind me. So I get everything in, and it looks like I bought a whole bunch of Rock Band
Oh,
stuff.
no way.
Is what I figured out in my head later. So I put it all in my car, and as I'm getting the stage kit with the fog machine in there. I put it in, and this guy goes, "Was that a fog machine for Rock Band that you just put in your car?" And I just like,
Did you sell it?
I was like, "Yeah, it's a stage kit." And he's like, "That's super cool." And then got in his car and left. I'm like, oh, he probably thought I bought the damn thing. I should have been able to be like, "Hey, we want it for $5?"
Oh, no. I would say like 20.
Well, either way, like, I should have, like, "Hey, yeah, you want it?" They won't take it.
Is that how you inadvertently got hit on?
What?
How did you almost get hit on?
Oh, so I had walked
What time of day did you go?
This is
One?
around. Yeah.
Okay.
one. So I walk in, and it wasn't necessarily a hit on. It was more of a. I walked in, and there was about 5 or 6 guys sitting
They
there,
stopped what they're doing.
and they
look up.
stopped, and they were just, and they waited for me to like to say something to acknowledge me.
Oh, no.
And it was more like a. And I'm in there with my sparkly purse and boots and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm in this like stuff, but I also, he's like, all right, I'm gonna need your ID, and then I ring out my I get out my new Yoshi wallet. I have my new Gigapet or Tamagotchi hanging off of it, and
Yeah.
he's like, oh, you have a Tamagotchi, and then all of a sudden they start talking to me, and I'm like, oh, you really are a nerd, okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, she's like, I had to make sure you were a nerd before I could talk to you.
Yeah, because they
Like they were just like, are you looking to sell something?
intimidation.
I
I
was like,
mean,
yeah, I
I
am.
don't know.
You can talk to me. It's okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about nerd culture, and I felt this too when I was younger.
Scared of girls.
Yeah.
Scared of pretty girls.
What's
I
the?
don't know.
Oh, I caught that.
Yeah.
So what's the South Park episode?
Oh, that's the
What's-
one where Wendy gets boobs.
I
Is
know
it
what-
Wendy? No,
is
it's
it
not Wendy.
Wendy?
It's the blonde girl, Bebe.
Bebe gets boobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
She starts sprouting.
And the boys are
The boys are getting all
they start
caveman.
start
like,
getting like making these caveman noises against each other, like
they start
like,
getting all territorial.
territorial over like who gets to
Yeah.
be next to her.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyways, so it was like that was my thing, and I was like, oh damn. He probably thought because the guy came out, helped me put stuff in, and I'm putting all this Rock Band crap in my car that I bought all the Rock Band stuff. I could have probably just sold it right there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it.
So we watched Bandersnatch over the weekend, and I gotta say, choose your own adventure kind of stuff. It's fine. It's fine.
Have you ever thought of playing that?
The Minecraft one.
No, the Quantum Break that has the cutscenes that reflect on what is happening in the game.
Oh,
Have you not heard
I've
of that?
never heard of this.
It's on Game Pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Might have to
Wait,
try it out.
I missed-
Quantum Break is a lot like choose your own adventure kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In a sense, but not like Telltale kind of stuff.
No.
But Bandersnatch is a Black Mirror adaptation. I don't want to say adaptation. It's a made-for-Netflix movie from the series. So it's in the Black Mirror universe, which there are a lot of good Easter eggs. Like,
There is, like, you notice them right away, especially
oh yeah,
if you're-
Nosedive was one of them.
Yeah,
was the name
that's
of the game. One of the games was Nosedive.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the.
Well, and then you've got the robot dog looking thing.
Yeah. Yep. But it takes place in the 80s, and it doesn't give you any explanation of some things that you kind of want knowledge on. I mean,
So I saw a meme on this. I don't know if you saw it, but it's freaking hilarious. Your controller vibrates, and you have like 10 seconds, 30 seconds,
Yeah,
something like
in
that,
between.
to choose this answer or choose this
Wait a
answer.
minute, your controller does?
Mhm.
So what happens if you're watching it on like TV?
Well, I mean,
Got you.
It's
remote.
Yeah,
Probably
but it
a-
doesn't vibrate.
yeah, I have no
It just
idea.
pops up.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you get a notification. Of it
Yeah,
popping
it's
up.
just
the screen.
I don't know what it connects
shrinks.
to, but we watched it on our Xbox. So it said, like, the tutorial was like, this is an interactive blah, blah, blah. And it did it, like, with the Bandersnatch, like, it looked like a video game at first. It was like, this
Yeah.
is what's going to happen. Please choose yes or no. If you choose, I don't remember. Anyways, so I'm sorry, I don't remember it. So the very first, there's this meme that's going around. I have to show you it.
Okay.
It's
I'm
a
all ears.
two-parter. It's a picture here and a picture here, top and bottom. The first one says, I'm super ready to make my first choice in
Oh.
Bandersnatch, and it's a cereal that you have to choose. Do you want cornflakes or some kind of like sugary puffy cereal? And then like the picture down below is like someone getting killed or whatever because you chose this
Oh.
cereal. I don't know. It's like,
mine was from Key and Peele. Was Jordan Peele sweating?
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I did that on Facebook.
I
So
saw that.
very similar. Very similar. Whose foot is that? Okay.
That's my foot. No, so that's the very first
Gotta
choice you have
ask
to
those
make,
questions.
and it has nothing to do with the scene. Really, it's just like the dad comes to the table and goes, "Do you want Frosted Flakes or do you want this?" And then your controller vibrates and like, this is. It makes me think like this is the way it's gonna be, but it comes back later on, and then you're able to figure out what.
And
why.
then Netflix tweeted out today. Are you sure you've gotten all of the endings? Try picking up the family photo twice.
Wait. Really?
They just tweeted that out. I want to say either today or yesterday.
Oh, dang.
So there's a lot more
There is
to
a
it.
hidden ending then.
Oh, there's a lot.
We got all of the good endings.
We did. There's endings that you'll go back to.
We ended up watching a YouTube video afterwards that showed us the other endings.
And we got good endings.
And then it said there is a hidden ending that no one's gotten yet.
So Netflix just tweeted
So I
out.
guess
So
that's the other one.
it's just Netflix has 2 good months in a row. Good for them.
You know, I got it again, and I'll tell you why in my final note. But Netflix is by far the best streaming app.
Right now.
You know,
To
it's
date.
just it is presented the best, and I probably use Amazon Prime Video more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hold a candle to Netflix.
Hulu's
I mean, I
difficult,
like
too.
Hulu, but
Yeah.
Hulu's like got this much content. It's got good content for what it has, but it's got this much
They got
content
rid of a lot
versus,
of their
like,
movies.
This is Netflix.
And that's
Yeah.
one thing I think against Netflix is there's a lot more on Netflix than what they show.
Yes.
Yes.
I
You
can't
know?
find everything I
Exactly.
want. Like I'm like, there's got to be more than this, and I'm sure they're only showing like 30 titles in this certain category.
Yeah.
Where there's got to be at least 150
And the
or
one thing
more.
that you go, whoa, I wonder if that's on Netflix. It's not there.
Yeah. The one time you
thing-
want to watch
They
it,
do have a search, and you can search, but
you don't know what you want.
a lot of times you don't know until you see it.
Right. And you know what I wind up going to? The Office.
Yes. It's like,
Something you've seen
we
100
sit there for
times.
30
I'm
minutes.
on the 3rd season.
We sit there for 30 minutes. What are we going to watch? You just want to watch The Office?
And go to bed? I mean, seriously, it's like
Do you want to watch that 70s show again?
That's why I
we have.
find difficulty in watching new stuff. It's just easier to watch stuff you know you already like, and it's not a huge commitment.
It's
But
not
I've
difficult
been,
to try
I've been
something
really
new.
good. I've been
But
really good
you're
about
not
picking
always
new
in
things
that
up.
mindset. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to try to get into something new. I just want to watch something familiar.
I get that.
Yeah. I've been really good about trying that, though.
What?
And trying new
I
stuff.
found 2 new things.
Yeah.
Like
You found-
it's hard to find like a 30-minute comedy.
It is.
You know, that's why you
Unless
go
you're
back to
watching
the
stand-ups.
office.
I go to stand-ups for lunch. Like, I'll watch stand-ups.
See, no, like
Because that you can pause and then go back later.
we were talking about. Let's see here. We've watched How I Met Your Mother. We've watched The Office all the way through. We've watched
What do you
Rules
think?
of Engagement.
They took that off now. I looked
Did
for that
they?
last night.
Aw.
There,
I was kind of thinking about going back to
and
that.
I
Me
have
too.
seen trailers of today's sitcoms. Trash.
They are. Like,
Yes.
I think that Two Broke Girls. Like
Oh,
I
it's
would,
gone.
I wouldn't.
That's
watch
off
that.
the air now.
I'm just.
I started watching
recent
it.
Stuff. I mean, it's
It's
hard.
dirty.
It's hard to make a 30-minute comedy right now because on at least on network TV because nobody wants to offend anybody.
The big one is Mike and Molly right now. And I'm
Yeah.
tired
Which
of
I've never seen an
I will
episode.
never watch it. I will
Yeah.
never watch Mike and Molly. I don't care how good this show is. I will never watch it.
That's why I mean,
I'm just not interested
you
in
never go wrong with The Office, with Seinfeld, with that '70s show.
those are
Mhm.
You know,
classics already.
Those are timeless.
Yes, very much so. And very agreeable. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't like The Office because I hate Steve Carell." Grr. Good for you. I mean,
To each
watch
their own.
something else. Go watch anime. I don't care.
To answer your question about back to Bandersnatch real quick, if it was not the Xbox and it was a controller,
Oh yeah.
it just pops up. There's no vibration for a regular or
How can
a, for a regular or Fire Stick remote.
Those because there's no vibration elements in those remotes.
I know, but it was like
Unless the batteries are going overloaded.
It was a dumb question on my part, honestly.
well, now that
Right.
I think about it, that really was a dumb question. But I was answering your question. Jeez.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah. Have you ever held a battery going off, like actually overcharged?
Yes.
I have.
They get very hot, don't they?
They sizzle.
Yeah. You know what
Indeed.
happened? because I can remember the only time I got to do that.
When did this happen to you?
A couple Halloweens ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The little vaping mod.
I had
dropped.
a pure like
God.
heavy a God mod, right?
That's what it was called.
It was
yeah.
my God mod.
It was POS.
Yeah, but it was a huge ass piece of metal, and somebody at the party wanted to try it, and I was like, okay, sure, and I went to hand it to them, and they dropped it,
Yeah.
and it dropped, and it blew up the battery, and the battery just like it kept heating up, and they're like, is it supposed to be sizzling already? Oh, it's pretty warm, and then she gives it to me. I'm like, ha! What's going on? So
I just stuck it outside.
I like ran outside or ran out into the garage. And I'm like, Josh, what do I do? And he's like, what? And I'm like, it's going off and I can't shut it off. Do I
It's
take
not
the battery
a
out?
bomb.
No, but it will like
Batteries will explode.
it will explode. It's acid.
Yeah.
And if it can get on your hand and corrode your
You
hand.
can get burned pretty bad.
So he's like, I don't know. So I just took it outside and set it on the porch. Well, the next morning, it was like melted.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, so my mod's gone.
Y'all don't
fine.
vape anymore.
We don't.
No.
Gave
I'm
up.
glad you don't.
I gave up actually when we went to.
It's been a long time.
It's been a year.
The only time I ever vape anymore is like if someone's got a vape and I'm out and I'm drinking and I'm drunk and I'm like, give me that.
I feel like whenever I'm in the same room with your brother, enclosed area, I need a gas mask.
It's a little much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at least he doesn't smoke. So
The perks. It's all about perks.
I see the positives. And at least he's not vaping that Jaeger bomb crap anymore. So
yeah, it's just hard perp.
Let's talk about
Harper.
book to movie.
Yeah, I was gonna segue into that, but I don't think we really need to. But this was brought up on the precast. Shout out to those who joined us on the precast. If you ever want to join us on the precast, go to our social media, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast, and Twitter is @PTOUnlimited. Join us on our precast meetings every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Actually, before we get into that, are there any comments to mention?
Go back to.
talk about this book, movie, TV show adaptation. For example, the ending of Bird Box in the book is completely different from the film
Bird
adaptation.
Box is a book?
Yeah, there's 2 books actually.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And quite graphic if you care to find out.
So, I originally thought
I'm gonna get a
this
list.
was a good topic now, and it is, but I don't think I have as much to say about it as I thought, because I think most people will agree that the book is always better than the movie.
Not always.
I agree with you because I can't think of anything that I was like, that was way better than the book.
I don't know of any. I've never heard anybody say that.
Okay,
Never mind.
I got one at least.
Okay.
Fight Club.
Yeah, but did you read the book?
Yeah, I read the book in high school.
I didn't realize Fight Club was a book.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said on the precast, a lot of movies that you probably don't realize are books.
Oh, here's one.
Or
that
based on
I
a
didn't
book.
even know. Casino Royale.
That's a book?
007 Casino Royale is based on a book.
Robert Ludlum. No, that's Ian Fleming is the Bond.
Ian Fleming. Yes.
Robert Ludlum does Jason Bourne.
Who else do we have? Train Spotting, Schindler's List, Life of Pi, Lord of the Rings. I mean, seriously.
Jurassic Park.
Now, hold on with Jurassic Park. That's a bad adaptation. Have you read the book?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's great. The movie's not.
That's what we're trying to say, Josh.
That's what we are saying.
I was reading. I'm sorry.
I guess I was like, we've never heard of anybody going, wow,
Excuse
that
me.
movie was better than the book. I'm gonna ask the audience here on YouTube, because we've got an audience here. Is there anything right now that you guys think, hey, I did see the movie, I did read the book, and that movie was definitely better than the book in my opinion?
Nobody's gonna say that Ready Player One movie was better than the book.
Did you see the movie?
No. And I say that just because of things I've heard people say.
Yeah.
Everybody loved the book.
The movie was better than the book for Fight Club, is what I've got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Hold on here.
Well, I mean, if you think about why
pop-ups,
you can do so much more in a book than you might be able to do on screen.
Well, okay, and to say that you can do so much more in the book in your head. because it's
Exactly.
your movie.
There's no budget.
No, yeah, there's
Unless
this
Unless
is
you're
your
doing
movie.
some major research, and that there is a budget. Authors do research for books.
The way that you adapt these words and have these words flow into your head and create an image is completely different than if I were to hand the book to you and then you read that book. Yeah, it's the same situation, but the scene that you paint in your head is completely different.
You gave me a look. Why? Because I have something for that look.
The Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can comment on that.
I would say that the movie adaptations were not the first movie, bad adaptation, but 2, 3, and 3.5 were good adaptations of the books. I would say that was actually not bad. The first one, what I want to say here is Jurassic Park, The Lost World, the first Hunger Games, those were based on the book. They're very different than what the book is. To some
Lost
degrees.
World is nothing alike.
There's some of the stuff. There's some stuff in Lost World that's pretty similar, but some of the stuff in Lost World, I'm like, why didn't they put that in the movie?
There is no San Diego in the book.
No, exactly. And who is it? Kirby in the third movie. Paul Kirby. He was a character in, I think, either the first or second book.
I don't even remember that.
He is an actual character. I think he's in the second one.
Probably the second one, because I've read Jurassic Park twice. I've only read Lost World once.
Yeah.
We've got books were so much better for Mockingjay.
Mockingjay. To kill what?
Mockingjay.
Yeah, I was thinking To Kill a Mockingjay
No,
in a second.
Hunger Games.
Yes.
You know how we talked about Black Hawk Down
yes.
last week? So
Alex almost wanted to watch that.
I did
too.
watch it. I watched it like on Friday, I think.
Do you want to watch that movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you need to watch it.
He
So
showed me the cover, and I was like, I don't remember it.
It's
We've
on
watched it.
Netflix.
We've watched it.
He says we watched it. I was probably sitting there going like, oh my God, you're so hot.
Okay.
my God.
Anyways.
Anyway, I gotta finish this.
Yeah.
So I found a documentary that probably aired on like History or PBS or something about that PBS.
What is funny?
Not PMS, PBS.
No.
What?
We're going to talk about the documentary last night.
So the first guy that talked in this documentary was the author that wrote a book based on what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he went to Somalia, or to Mogadishu, against the advice of the State Department just to talk to people about what went on.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, that is some dedication. So you're going to an incredibly hostile area against the advice of the State Department of the United States just to do research for a book. You know, that's
Okay.
that's
I've got
courage.
That's dedication.
I've got a pretty interesting thing going on here. I've
What?
actually got a list of the movie was better than the book. Here we go.
Okay.
Based
Pretty-
on who?
Based on Goodreads.com.
Okay.
And they actually have an app.
All right. What are they
Um,
saying?
Freaking fine. I'll continue with Facebook. Stop making me do this stuff to look at your website. I hate people that do this. Like, hey, you gotta sign in your social media to look at our website.
So we could send you ads.
Yeah. The Notebook and The Princess Bride were two of them for sure. That
Never read The Notebook. Never read The Princess Bride. But I love The Notebook and I love The Princess Bride. As far as the movies go.
No, you said about 20 words when 10 would do.
all right. Devil Wears
you can
Prada.
Go stick it somewhere.
Okay, guys. Devil Wears Prada.
Never saw the movie. Or
You saw
Read the book.
movie. Apparently, Forrest Gump is a book.
never read it.
Chronicles of Narnia. Yes, the newest Chronicles of Narnia that was made with Liam Neeson being
The
Lion.
Lion.
what's his name? Osland.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe was a good adaptation. I would say, yeah, that's not bad.
I guess
actually.
I should have said this before. I don't read.
I never learned to read.
I know how to read, but to me, I know a lot of people read because it's relaxing. To me, it's just too
Well, I mean, I'm
slow.
gonna agree with you too. Like, I don't generally pick up a book and read. I'm more of a visual person. When I get into a book, and that's the other thing too, is my brain just works so quickly that if the first 3 sentences of a book do not suck me in,
Yeah.
like I just don't read it.
I will
can't.
say,
I don't have patience.
if you find a book that is interesting you, then it's a lot of fun.
Yes, I will get lost in a book and go all of a sudden, like, I'll stop reading and go, holy crap, you flip pages and forget that you've gone through, like, this many pages. You're like, oh my God,
When was the last time
I
you
don't
did
remember that.
Okay, first of all, Alex was reading. Can I say what you were reading? What your last novels you
50
were
Shades of
reading?
Grey?
50 Shades of Grey, yes. And you
Yeah.
went through those pretty well. You didn't read the last book.
I actually am only a book and a half in.
Oh, you
Like,
didn't finish the second book?
I only read, like,
Oh.
half of the second book, and then it's sitting in my dresser. I've just not
And
gotten into
I
it.
don't read
Yeah.
physical books anymore. I always get it for the
What's
iPad.
the last time you bought a book?
I was reading some Splinter Cell books that they wrote based on the games.
That's just fandom. That's kind of
exactly.
people would call it fan fiction.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. I don't know. You can authorize anything from off of a game and just call it fan fiction, but I don't know. I don't know what you'd consider it for that.
I like
purpose.
reading. I read articles. Like, that's what I do.
That's short reading, though.
I don't, I'm trying to say that. I don't do long reading. I do short readings. Like, I like
get it.
reading,
Yeah.
like, the newspaper.
Some
like,
people
I like reading
will
articles.
read, for 15 minutes before they go to bed, but I'll fall asleep. I mean, when I'm in bed, I can't stay up and read. It's time to
I
go to
have
sleep.
realized that as soon as I hit the pillow, my body just says, "Yep, here we go."
We are fortunate someone else can't.
She hasn't been able to sleep very well for the past week or two.
Yeah,
and-
well,
and
that's not-
a lot lately.
But even at optimum circumstances, you still don't go right
I
to
still
sleep.
don't go right to sleep. It takes me forever, unless I'm on Brett's couch, and then on that case,
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh,
I don't get it.
Speaking of my couch,
Uh-oh.
you posted a bunch of pictures with Paige for
Yeah.
her birthday. Wasn't one of those on my old couch?
probably. It's
What?
probably in your, because we were at your place playing beer pong.
I don't
I don't
do you
remember.
I'll show
The
it
one
to
that
you.
that we're going in
yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
And
Yeah,
there's a
that's at your
speaker
place.
on the back of
Yeah,
the
that's
couch.
your place.
Yeah.
In one of your places
I
in
don't remember
Canterbury, I
this at
believe.
all.
It had to be in the second apartment because that's when I got that couch.
Yeah.
Cool.
Was that the same one where you hit the wall with your
Yes.
head?
Well, no, it's
No, that was
different,
That's different.
actual apartment, but same complex.
Yes.
Obviously.
Oh man. Okay.
Anyways, I don't
I don't
I-
read very much either.
I read The Hobbit. But
I fell asleep to
I read The Hobbit in
God, those movies.
in the 7th grade, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed. Other than they took a small children's book and they put it into 3 movies.
They
I
should've done that.
enjoyed at least the first movie.
They were gonna split the book into 2. They could have done 2. They
They-
could have done 2.
They should have just done The Hobbit 1 movie. That's what they should have done.
That wouldn't have made $1 billion.
They wanted a whole nother trilogy.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a bad adaptation.
It is.
Right there. The Hobbit. Bad adaptation. Bad.
That's a bad adaptation.
Let's talk
Let's
about Kevin
talk-
Hart.
So
Yeah.
we'll talk about this. I don't have
I don't have a
great
lot.
detail, but I can tell you what happened. So
Mhm.
he agreed to host the Oscars.
Yeah.
And then some tweets from some 10-year-old tweets surfaced of him making fun of the LG, how do you say it?
LGBTQ.
Community.
Yes.
How do I know that?
Um,
I guess I know that.
and so the very next day, well, he stepped down, but he wasn't going to apologize because he had already apologized.
Danny Masterson did the same thing.
Exactly.
So did director dude, James Gunn.
Gun, yeah. So he's like, I'm not apologizing. I already apologized for this.
Yeah.
And so he took some heat. So just like last week or this week, Ellen DeGeneres had him on her show
Really?
to kind of make amends.
Okay.
But she's like being the olive branch saying, I'm okay with him and I'm part of that community.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
She's
I
like the
guess,
most well-known lesbian.
and
in
she's
the world.
like, everybody loves Ellen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Yeah.
I see a lot of videos from her show on Facebook.
Yeah.
And when
She's enjoyable.
when she has the guy jump out of
And
the
scare
thing,
people?
it's hilarious.
Yes. I like watching Ellen. Ellen is a fun show.
There's a-
She's a very fun, happy person.
63?
And she looks amazing.
There's
Plastic surgery does.
there was one video
Yeah.
it was a compilation of things that she said that were dirty, but she didn't mean to. It is hilarious.
Okay.
But so anyway, she had him on the show, and it got worse for him. Like
Mhm.
people were more outraged,
What?
even with Ellen saying
I saw the
I think
photos of him.
the
on
plans
show.
were, he'll come on, he'll Ellen will say, I'm okay with what you did, and he'll get back into the Oscars. Well, no, that didn't happen. And
What did he say? Did he say anything bad?
I didn't see the tweets, but it was again 10 years ago, and for which since then he had apologized for.
Yeah.
And some people were even more outraged at him because he did this, and now they're mad at Ellen too.
Oh my god.
So I'm just like, I'm with Kevin Hart with this. I mean, he did something wrong. He apologized for it.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he gets the Oscars gig, it pops up again. I mean, people give these trolls so much power, and then they bend to their will or whatever you want to say.
Yep.
And I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
No,
I don't either.
it's not.
It's not. No.
I mean, it's essentially they're getting their way because they're throwing a tantrum.
Yes.
That's social media for you.
It is.
Yeah. And
that's
it's
I mean
hard to
that's
escape
just
that
to,
stuff.
like to say it like on my Twitch, or if like even if right now if we had some flack on YouTube, if you're gonna say some kind of stupid ass comment, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna care about it. If you say something like, I've had a lot of comments on Twitch during my chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't acknowledge you. Like, what? I know you're trying to do it to get a rise out of me. Some people, yeah, they're going to. That's the point of a troll. Like that's what they get out of it is, oh, let me see if I could. Like the other time, like, was it last week? I had somebody on my Twitch say $750. Show me your boobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was
you
like,
got pretty tilted.
well, I mean,
for
I
it.
got tilted for it because I had accidentally disbanded my
You
bot.
disabled your bot, which
My bot,
gives
and
information of things.
I went to go click on him and then just to like remove him from the chat, and I got flustered because I was like, great, because now everyone's gonna see that comment. I can't remove
What's
it.
tilted mean?
Tilted means
Like I got
stressed.
stressed or upset.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was actually
but
a
typically-
technical term.
It's a millennial
it's a
slang
millennial.
that I use more often.
Yeah,
now.
it's because it's like it actually kind of flows. Like I'm tilted. Like
It-
you're just like off balance.
It's used in Rocket League a lot.
Yeah,
Because people easily get
but
tilted.
so like, but that's the point of a troll. You're gonna just
don't feed
get,
the trolls.
Don't feed
See,
the trolls.
I think now more than ever, it is, at least in our lifetime, is extremely hard to be a comedian. Because your job as a comedian is to say things offensive, and now
Yeah.
Because offensive things are
get-
funny.
you get crucified for it.
Who do we watch?
Joe Rogan?
No, who's the new guy with the like that went up there with Chris D'Elia and the other guy that we like?
Nick Swardson.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that
we
was
had
on
just
that?
watched this.
I got it on Netflix here.
Yeah,
I
we
can
just
pop it
watched
up.
this Netflix special.
Was he the one that was talking about Ellen as well?
Yes.
I was trying to find out who that was.
Yes. So we just watched this guy. He is hilarious.
I'm going to find his name.
And I'm going to totally recommend everybody goes and watch him. But some of the
It's
stuff,
on Netflix.
this is how much like the society gets to your head about how the world works now is I can't enjoy an old film or a comedian these days because I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't say that. I'm like, well, yeah, you can, like, because that's just like how like that's the hidden signal that is put in everybody's heads is oh, he can't say that or
Yeah.
she can't do this.
wanna
Yes,
know?
you can.
It's Neil Brennan.
Neil Brennan. Oh, this,
Brennan.
this
Really?
guy
He's
is
a
funny.
goofy looking dude.
He is.
There-
He's funny.
There
But he's
is
funny.
one master of the non-offensive stand-up comedy, and he was doing it in the time of offensive, not just stand-up comedy, but offensive comedy.
Who are you talking about?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
His stuff is not dirty at all. He's
No.
been doing it, comedy for 30 years, and it's always just about stuff.
Yeah.
The show about nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I think, and I've said it before, for my money, he's the greatest comedy that in my life.
Comedian.
Comedian, yes.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Um,
The ability to take something that is not funny and make it hilarious is
his voice
true
is a little
talent.
It's a little
No, I get that. I mean, he gets made fun of a lot because of his voice, especially when he gets excited. It goes,
oh, what's going on, guys? Oh my god.
See, it's funny.
You can easily mock Jerry Seinfeld, but you can commend him for his genius.
Every time you guys say Jerry Seinfeld, I keep wanting to be like, don't you mean Springer?
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer.
He's a real funny guy.
He's a real funny guy.
We should probably get out of here.
Yep.
We're hitting time.
before you do you guys like Kevin Hart?
I
think he's
can't
all right,
say-
but he's-
I can go with or without him.
He's kind of like the other guy that you guys like that I don't.
Go ahead.
He's annoying and you guys like him. He's on that Philadelphia show.
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. He's like the Black Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's been around for years, and no one's
Yes.
really acknowledged him until recently.
I like him more than Charlie Day, but to me, it's like he's the same character in every film, just like Charlie Day's the same kind of character in every film. So it's like I don't like it.
I put him kind of. It's weird that I say this because they're so close, but
Yeah.
I put him kind of like Dwayne Johnson, where I like Kevin Hart. I don't really like the stuff that he does. You know.
See, but
Yeah.
but when you put those two together, they're really funny together.
Jumanji.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
those
their
guys
best
are
thing
those
that
guys
they've
are
done.
funny.
You've seen Jumanji.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
If you have a good like strong character and then you put Charlie Day with that person, yeah, it's funny. But them on their own, no, I don't really like them.
Did you
Right.
see that Danny DeVito got cast in Jumanji 2?
Oh God,
No way.
Really?
Wow. Oh, well, I guess if we're talking about casting, Margot Robbie got signed on to play Barbie.
Barbie.
Which makes total sense because she looks
like
exactly
Barbie.
like
I think it should have been
Barbie.
done like 10 years earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, Wolf of Wall Street came out, what, 2014?
Probably. Yeah, it was when we moved here. So
2013.
yeah,
Let's find out.
I think it was 13. I agree with Brett because it
I
was when
said
we moved
14.
here.
I said 14. Okay.
No, I think
Wolf of Wall Street.
I'm gonna say 13.
Fuck you guys. All the way.
See?
2013.
Yeah. See, I got that one.
Okay. Margot Robbie, yes. Okay, so that was 5 years ago, and she looked pretty young then. Barbie is pretty sleek and young.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
How-
how old is
how-
Margot Robbie?
I think
Margie?
she's younger
Margie.
than me, actually.
I think
I'll-
she's 30. I
I'll
think
go
she's
with
the,
30.
she's the same age as Alex. I'm
Nuh-uh.
pretty certain of this.
No, she's
She's also
probably
the
like
same height.
She's probably
I'm
like
pretty
35.
sure she's younger than me.
I think she's the same height.
No, she's probably like 35.
She is 28.
No, she's not.
Mhm.
Bullshit. I really?
I was pretty sure she was younger than me.
She's my sister's age.
Yeah. Okay, so she's fine. She can play Barbie.
Oh, she's not 35.
I mean,
she
if
can play
look at this
Barbie.
photo of her. That's Barbie.
She's
Yeah, I know.
That's Barbie.
She's sneaky hot.
Yeah, she's Australian.
You saw
She
the
got that
you
accent.
saw the Big
Ugh.
Short, right?
What?
The Big Short.
No.
No.
I've only seen her in Suicide Squad and Wolf of Wall Street. I wonder what
Oh.
else she's in.
Apparently, Kevin Hart has an audiobook that's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know Kevin Hart
By
did
the way,
books.
Is there any final comments before we plug it in?
As far as going back to the book comment here, I thought the books were better for The Princess Bride and The Last Unicorn. I'm just now reading Narnia books.
Okay.
Anything else?
What was I asking about Margot
What's
Robbie?
Margot Robbie.
What
been
else
in?
she was in? Oh my God, she's got a list. She's in the new Bad Monkeys. It
I
looks
think
like.
it's probably been a lot of lower build stuff.
She's
Lower-
in Suicide
budget.
Squad.
We said that.
Yeah. Welcome to the conversation, Alex.
I was reading comments.
I'm joking. Those are actually the only three big ones. Legend of Tarzan, I guess, and Focus, if you really want to get into it. But she's in a lot of stuff.
Focus, was that
I'm not going to look at it.
I don't know.
I don't care enough.
Plug it in. Do it.
Alex, your Twitch.
Hey, if you would like to watch me game, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Q_kitty, KUTEKITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. I'm like, I don't really have a lot more to say other than that. I
were
did.
ill.
I was ill the last week, so my streams were poor. I don't know. There were some exciting moments, but I was
Yeah.
sitting there taking breaks, coughing, and blowing my nose. As I'm saying it, my nose is running, blowing my nose because I've been sick.
Alex has been sick. Brett's been sick.
Now that I'm talking about it, it's like my brain knows that I'm sick. And it's like, oh, by the way, you need to blow your nose.
Time to leak.
Yes, time to
leak.
leak. Anyways, so one thing that I did not mention that I did buy from Mega Replay today is I got Pokemon or Let's Go Eevee today.
Yep.
So we've got Let's Go Eevee, we've got the new Mario Party, and we've got Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So I've got three really cool
Strong Nintendo titles.
Nintendo titles that I plan on streaming, so that's probably going to be coming your way. And then also check out my YouTube channel, which has my highlight clips from fun moments that happened on my Twitch. So give me a follow and chat with me while I'm playing games, and it's lots of fun.
Yep. All right, guys, without further ado, it is time to plug it in. If you are listening to or watching us, we want to thank you so much for joining us. We are on 15 different audio podcast apps, and our most notable places are Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and Radio Public, to name a few. On those apps, you will find our back catalog of over 150 episodes of PTO Unlimited podcasting. If you're watching us on YouTube, you guys are awesome. Thank you for sticking with us, and your comments and reactions in the chat. You guys rock. Thank you for being here. We read back some of them, and make sure you guys join us every week. If you're not sure, check us out on YouTube every Wednesday at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we're on YouTube. And we thank you guys so much for listening and doing everything for this podcast, the watching, sharing, following, everything. If you didn't show you liked us, we wouldn't keep doing it. We thank you guys so much for joining us and doing everything that you do. If you want to follow us on social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we are on Twitter, which is @PTOUnlimited. If you want to catch us live on those apps at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday for our precast meeting, please do so. In our meeting, we talk about stuff that we're going to talk about before we actually talk about them on the podcast. So we get you guys to chime in and give us topics to talk about, and we also do other kind of cool stuff on the precast every now and then. So make sure you join us. Duh. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am @Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
On a final note, I mentioned earlier that I got Netflix back because I got rid of it for a while because I just wasn't using it.
Why'd you leave?
I just wasn't using it. I wasn't watching anything on. I was using Amazon Prime.
Really?
Yeah, so I didn't want to pay for it.
Interesting.
But I got it back, and I got it back because I wanted to watch The Punisher again before season 2 drops.
Okay.
And I remember liking it when I first saw it.
You did?
And watching it through the second time, I freaking love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're probably going to be pretty sore that this might not continue
Well,
after the second season.
Very likely that it won't.
Sounding like Disney's not even picking it up.
Yeah.
None of it. Why wouldn't they do that? It's a hot title. Netflix doesn't want to do
I would argue
it.
that Daredevil's even more.
No,
And they're
Daredevil
not-
and Punisher.
They're
Work.
not going to grab them. So,
That's-
well, that could change.
But I don't know. The fact that Disney didn't pick it up immediately.
It's all, dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
If there's enough outcry and they think they'll make money on it,
Yeah,
they'll do it.
yeah, I think so. You got any other comments, Alex?
No, we forgot to talk about one thing that's pretty quick.
Okay.
The man cold.
Oh, this was. What's this?
So,
She's.
okay. So, Brett, you had a cold.
Yep.
Which you gave to me.
Yep.
Josh said that you were being a little bitch about it.
I did not say he's being a little.
So, but Josh,
said
okay.
that?
Well, not necessarily, but
See, she's subtitling me.
yes. So
I said that every guy who has a cold always goes through that emotion.
And
of
he's like-
life sucks for 2 weeks.
So the first 2 days I had my cold, I was like pouring snot out of my nose. I was coughing really bad, but I still had my energy. And he's like, "Man, you're still going to work, and you're still pushing through things. You cleaned the house today." I'm like, "Man, if I had your cold." I mean, we had to. We had mentioned we had to postpone the podcast, and then he's like, "If I had your cold, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be laying on the couch. Why are men such babies?" So I was like, I'm just gonna ask Google just to see what Google has to say, and I did, and it's kind of funny.
yeah, she
So-
screenshot this.
So I said, "Okay, Google, what's a man cold?" And Google said, "Here's what I found on the web. A man cold is men will fuss about it and feel like it's getting in their way or be angry or irritable that they have to deal with it. To put simply, the man cold, quote unquote, refers to the idea that men handle colds and the flu worse than women."
It's 100% true.
We know this.
I know, but it's like,
It's funny that it's actually
Why?
a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why
why
either.
men just can't handle sick.
it wasn't
Like, at
until
all.
like yesterday that I looked at Josh and I'm like, "I'm not streaming tonight." And he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because this is day 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sick. I
Mhm.
need to sleep."
Yeah, but I don't know what it is about men and any illness. It kills them. It takes them to their knees. It does it to me all the time. It practically did it to
Yeah.
you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And Alex still went to work and everything, and I'm like, you have a strength level I don't
See,
understand.
I think
I don't know, ambition.
there's a point where you can say, "I'm going to be tough and I'm going to keep doing the stuff that I'm doing." But I think, especially in my case, it seems to be getting more severe as I get older.
Yeah.
You just
Your body
I
doesn't
need
handle
to
it as
stop
easy.
and take the time to get better. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
The
'cause
thing is, people don't think about, like, you don't hear about people complaining about, oh, my husband or oh, my boyfriend, or the man cold doesn't become a thing until you're a man. It's not when you're a boy.
Sure.
Like, it's when you're a man.
'Cause when you're
just
young,
like,
it's like, oh, I don't get. If I get sick, I'm fine.
and
I'll
then
live
you
through
just
it.
you see, like, you know, if I had a baby right now or kids to take care of, and then a sick husband, I have a cold. Most likely, I'm taking care of my kids and my husband, and not taking care of myself.
No one's
It's
taking
really-
care of you.
No one's taking care of me. I just got to figure it out.
I think the biggest thing that I try to remember now is, regardless of what's going on in life, you got to take care of yourself.
You
Yeah.
do.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely.
I just thought that was really funny that they had a definition for a man cold.
All right.
Get outta here.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will catch you next week for episode 144. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Audio episode will be out tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye.